So next topic is conformations of alkenes. Conformations of alkenes. So we are still studying the hydrocarbons chapter only. Okay. Basic concepts. One organic chemistry lesson we completed. This is the second organic chemistry lesson. Hydrocarbons we are studying. Yesterday we stopped till pyrolysis. Today conformations. Conformations means spatial arrangement of atoms. Spatial arrangement of atoms. Spatial arrangement of atoms means how the atoms are arranged. Okay, how the atoms are arranged. That is called as spatial arrangement of atoms. Okay. So this spatial arrangement can be changed by rotating the atom. Okay. So that rotation is called as conformation. So what is conformation? Changing the spatial arrangement of atom by rotation is called as conformation. Is called as conformation. Okay. So there are two types of conformations. One is we are going to study with the example ethane. In your book they have given example only with ethane. So there are two conformations. One is Sawhorse projection and the next one is Newman's projection. Sawhorse projection and Newman's projection. Okay, so first we are going to study about Sawhorse projection. Sawhorse projection. What is the formula for ethane? CH3 single bond CH3. Okay, or I can draw it like this: CH3 single bond CH3. So this Sawhorse projection, it is of two types. Sawhorse projection, how many types? It is of two types. One is eclipsed projection. Another one is staggered projection. Eclipsed projection and staggered projection. Eclipsed, what do you mean by eclipse? Eclipse means what? Sun, moon, earth and all will be in the same line. Yes or no? So if it is like that, it is eclipse. See here, this carbon, I am going to represent it with the help of a dot. Okay, listen carefully. This first carbon, I am going to represent it with the help of the dot. This carbon is having how many hydrogens? 3 hydrogens. So one hydrogen I am going to draw like this. Second hydrogen I am going to draw like this. And third hydrogen I am going to draw like this. This is the first carbon. Okay. Now this carbon is attached to the next carbon with the help of a single bond. So this carbon I am going to attach it to another carbon, next carbon with the help of a single bond. Now this carbon is having how many hydrogens? 3 hydrogens. So one hydrogen, second hydrogen and third hydrogen. Okay. So this type of conformation, this if the arrangement is like this, okay, it is called as eclipsed Sawhorse projection conformation. Okay, eclipsed Sawhorse projection arrangement. Okay, Now what I am going to do, I can change the conformation. How I can change the arrangement? By rotation. How I can change the arrangement? By rotation. Now this carbon I am going to keep it as it is. This carbon alone I am going to rotate. This carbon I am going to keep it as it is, and this carbon alone I will rotate. So if I rotate it, I will get staggered arrangement. So what will be the staggered arrangement? See here. So this carbon, it is as it is like this. Okay. Now this carbon, what I am doing, I am rotating. Here two hydrogens are in the bottom and one hydrogen is in the top. So if I rotate, what will happen? Two hydrogens will come to the top and one hydrogen will go to the bottom. So if this is like this, okay, after rotation, the arrangement is opposite. Yes or no? So if it is like this, it is staggered arrangement. If it is like same thing, okay, it is the eclipsed arrangement. So these are the two conformations. How did we get this conformation? By rotation. Okay, we should rotate only the carbon. We should not rotate the hydrogen and all. Okay, along the carbon-carbon bond, we have to rotate the carbon. So if we represent like this, so this is called as sawhorse projection. Okay. So as I was telling, in sawhorse projection, this is eclipsed and this is staggered projection. Okay. So now the next one is Newman's projection. Newman's projection. Newman's projection we will be drawing with the help of a circle. So in Newman's projection also we will be having two types. One is eclipsed projection, the other one is staggered projection. Again, I am going to represent it with the help of a circle like this. Okay. Imagine one carbon is before the circle and another carbon is behind the circle. Okay, one carbon is before the circle like this. So how it is present? This carbon is before the circle. Okay, so one hydrogen will be on the top, another hydrogen will be here and another hydrogen will be here. Yes or no? Another carbon, it is behind this circle. Okay, that we cannot draw. Okay, it is behind this circle. That will also have one hydrogen on the top. Okay, another hydrogen here and another hydrogen here. Okay, so to represent it slightly, you can draw like this with a dotted lines. So if it is like this, it is eclipsed. They are in same line only, we cannot see. Okay, but since we are going to represent it as if it is in the behind. Okay, so this is eclipsed. So how we can get staggered? We have to rotate the carbon which is on the back side. So if I rotate, how I will get the carbon which is in the front? It is having one hydrogen like this, another hydrogen like this and another hydrogen like this. So if I rotate the carbon which is at the back, what I will get? Two hydrogens will be on top and one hydrogen will be in the bottom. Like this I will get. Okay, so this is sawhorse projection, eclipsed and staggered. This is Newman's projection, eclipsed and staggered. Understood? Clear?
Yes.
So with this we have successfully completed alkenes. So next we are going to study about alkenes. So the next one is alkenes. Alkene means they have carbon-carbon double bond. They have carbon-carbon double bond. What is the general formula for alkenes? CnH2n, where n is the number of carbon atoms. Okay, so what are the other properties we can say about alkanes? Alkenes, they are unsaturated. So double bonded means they are unsaturated compounds. They will give sooty flame. What do you mean by sooty flame? They will burn in yellow color with black smoke. So why they are giving sooty flame? Because of the incomplete combustion. Because of incomplete combustion. Why they are giving incomplete combustion again? Because of the less number of hydrogen atoms. Bromine water test. If I add bromine water, what is the color of bromine water? Brown color. If I add bromine water to alkane, it will change the color of bromine water. So it decolorizes bromine water. So these are the properties of alkanes. And about the bonding, I told you carbon and another carbon will be having a double bond. In this double bond, one bond is called as the sigma bond and another bond is called as the pi bond. Sigma bond, how it is formed? By the head-on overlap of the orbitals, and pi bond it is formed by the lateral overlap of the orbitals. Okay. So what is the valency of carbon? It has 4 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay. So how we can draw that? For example, ethene, CH2 double bond CH2, ethene. How I can draw? Carbon, carbon. So for carbon, what is the valency? 4. Okay. So carbon's atomic number is 6. So it is 2, 4. 4 electrons are in the outermost shell. So we should draw how many orbitals? 4 orbitals. So one orbital I am drawing like this. Another orbital I am drawing like this. And remaining 2 orbitals I am drawing like this. For this carbon also, one orbital I am drawing like this, another I am drawing like this, and remaining 2 orbitals I am drawing like this. So these 2 orbitals will form bond with 2 hydrogen atoms, and these 2 orbitals will form bond with 2 hydrogen atoms. These 2 carbon orbitals are having head to head overlap. Okay, so they will form what bond? Sigma bond. But these 2 orbitals are not forming head to head overlap. They are forming only lateral overlap. Laterally they will attach like this. Okay, so if it is lateral overlap, we will call it as pi bond. So if the carbon is present in the double bond, what is the hybridization of the carbon? sp2 hybridization. So if the carbon is having double bond, it is sp2 hybridized. Okay. So again, naming of the compounds, nomenclature we have already studied in the previous lesson. So few nomenclatures I will cover here. What is the name of this compound? CH3, CH double bond CH2. How many carbons are there? 3 carbons. So pro, double bond is there. So in, what is the position of the double bond? When I number from this side, I am getting the number 2. When I number from this side, I am getting the number 1. So it is pro 1 in. Okay. So what will be the name of this compound? Four carbons. So bute, 2 double bonds are there. 1 double bond means ene, 2 double bond means diene. Okay. So what are the positions? Here it is 1 and 3. This side if I see it is 1 and 3. So but 1, 3 diene. Okay. So what is the name of this compound? First I have to mention the branch. So branch is methyl branch. So position is second position. So 2 methyl. Remaining how many carbons are there? 3. 3 carbons. Pro. Double bond is in the first carbon. Okay, so pro 1 in. Okay, pro 1 in. So the next one, isomerism. Structural isomerism. What do you mean by structural isomerism? They have same molecular formula but different structure. They have same molecular formula but different structure. Same molecular formula but different structure. Called as structural isomers. For example, what is the name of this compound? CH2 double bond CH, CH2, CH3. What is the name of this compound? 4 carbons. So it is but. Okay, in first position I have double bond, so it is but 1e. I can put this double bond in the second position also. Yes or no? So what I will get? CH3, CH double bond, CH, CH3. So what I will get? Name here 4 carbons again, but, but the double bond is in second carbon. So it is but 2-ene. Again, don't forget the double bond because we are studying about alkenes. Okay. Now instead of 4 carbons in a straight line, what I can do? 3 carbons in the straight line and 1 in the branch. Here, this one. 3 carbons in the straight line and 1 in the branch I can draw. So draw this one as the third isomer. This is 2-methyl pro 1-ene. Draw this as the third isomer. This is structural isomerism. Okay. So the next one is geometrical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism. Structural isomerism means what? They will have same molecular formula but they will have different structure. Geometrical isomerism means same molecule only but it will have different arrangement. How we saw the conformations. Yes or no? Rotate பண்ற same thing. Same molecules but it has different arrangement in space. Different arrangement in space. For example, suppose there is one compound like this, XYC double bond CXY. Okay, so carbon and carbon is having what here? Double bond. Okay, so this can be one type of arrangement. What is the arrangement here? Same groups are in the same side. Same groups are in the same side. Suppose you divide this into two, x and x are in the same side and y are in the same side. If the same groups are in the same side, we will call that as cis isomer. What we will call? Cis isomer. Suppose if I draw this like this, now you divide and see x and y, different groups are in the same side. So if it is like this, we will call it as trans isomer. What we will call it as? Trans isomer. So what is cis isomer and what is trans isomer? Cis isomers means same groups or same group of atoms. Okay, same atom or same group of atoms will be present on the same side. Okay, what do you mean by trans isomers? Different group of atoms will be present in the same side. Different group of atoms will be present on the same side. Example, I can take this compound CH3, CH double bond CH, CH3. What is the name of this compound? 4 carbons. So 4 carbons means it is bute. Okay. In the second position, I have double bond. So 2 in, bute 2 in. So how I can write like this? There is carbon carbon double bond. Yes or no? So carbon carbon double bond. One group is CH3 group and another one is hydrogen. Similarly for this carbon, one is hydrogen, one is CH3. So CH3 and another one is hydrogen. So when I divide it like this, what I am getting? Same groups are in the same side. So what is this isomer called? Cis isomer. So I will call it as cis bute 2-ene. What will be the name? Cis bute 2-ene. How I will draw trans bute 2-ene? C double bond C, CH3 H, H, CH3. I will be rotating one carbon alone. Okay, if I rotate, what will happen? This group will come this side and this group will come this side. So now when I divide and see what is happening, different groups are on the same side. So if it is like this, then I will call it as trans bute 2-ene. Trans bute 2-ene. Understood? Next, preparation of alkenes. Preparation of alkenes. Alkenes na enadhu double bonded compounds. Okay. So first preparation we are going to prepare it from alkynes. Alkynes na enadhu triple bonded compounds. எப்படி prepare பண்ணுவோம்? நான் ஆல்ரெடி இது சொன்னேன். alkanes preparationல சொன்னேன். Hydrogenation. From alkynes it is prepared by hydrogenation. Prepared by hydrogenation. Hydrogenation means what? Adding hydrogen. Adding hydrogen. எதுல add பண்ண போறோம் hydrogen? We are going to add in alkynes. So CH triple bond CH plus H2. It will take place in the presence of catalyst. What catalyst? Nickel or palladium or platinum. What will happen? one hydrogen will get added this side, another hydrogen will get added this side, and the triple bond will change into double bond. So CH2 double bond CH2. If I add one more hydrogen to this, what will happen? I will get alkane. Okay, so that we studied in preparation of alkanes. But for alkenes, we will stop here itself. Okay, so can you do for propine? CH3C triple bond CH plus H2, the presence of nickel, palladium or platinum. What you will get? One hydrogen will be added this side, another hydrogen will be added this side, and the triple bond will change into double bond. So it is CH3 CH double bond CH2. Next, from alkyl halides. From alkyl halides. So alkyl halides. Okay. So we are going to treat with this alkyl halides. Alkyl halides means what? Alkyl group with one halogen. Okay. So this alkyl halides, I will be treating it with alcoholic potassium hydroxide, and then I will be heating. So what I will be doing? I am going to treat this alkyl halide with alcoholic KOH. What is alcoholic KOH? Potassium hydroxide. It will be a solid. It will be in solid form. That I will dissolve it in any one alcohol. So that is only called as alcoholic KOH, and I am going to heat it. Okay. When I heat it, what will happen? I will get alkene. For example, I will take one compound CH3Cl. I will take one compound CH3Cl. CH3Cl, how I can write? Sorry, CH3CH2Cl. So CH3 I can write like this. Yes or no? CH3 I can write like this. Then CH2 I can write like this. Cl. Can I write like this? CH3 CH2 Cl. I am writing like this. I am going to treat it with alcoholic KOH, and I am going to heat. What I will be getting? See here, this bond will shift here. Okay, and this bond will shift here. So what I will get? Tell me. If this bond goes here, what I will get? Already I am having CH2. Like this I am having. Yes or no? Already one bond is present. Now this bond also is going there. So it will become double bond. Then remaining what is there? CH2. Now a bond is formed between hydrogen and Cl. So it will form HCl. Okay. So what are the compounds that are removed from here? One hydrogen is removed and one halogen is removed. So this process is also called dehydrohalogenation. Dehydrohalogenation. Dehydrohalogenation means hydrogen also is removed, halogen also is removed. Okay, hydrogen also is removed and halogen also is removed. Understood? Now the chlorine is the functional group here. Yes or no? The carbon in which the functional group is attached, that carbon is called as alpha carbon. Okay. The carbon in which the functional group is attached, that carbon is called as alpha carbon. The carbon which is near to the alpha carbon, it is called as beta carbon. What is alpha carbon? The carbon in which the functional group is attached, that is alpha carbon. The nearby carbon is called as beta carbon. From the beta carbon, hydrogen is eliminated. So this is also called as beta elimination reaction. What is the other name for this reaction? Beta elimination reaction. Why it is called beta elimination reaction? Hydrogen is removed from beta carbon. Understood these two methods? So remaining methods we will continue tomorrow.